ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to the cdracoolashow Show. Today's show, we'll be stalking through the water with fins up, baby, as we review Dun 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 Jaws! We're going to need a bigger YouTube channel to handle this great white monster of an episode. This is one of the greatest horror films of all time, without a doubt. And I don't know about you, but it definitely made me think twice before dipping my little tootsies into the water. Not only do I think it's one of the greatest horror movies of all time, but Quentin Tarantino once said that it was the greatest movie of all time, period. So if you won't believe old CD, then at the very least, you could believe Quentin Tarantino. You know, he's got some experience. This film was, of course, directed by none other than Steven Spielberg. Maybe you guys have heard of him out there in YouTube land. I'm not going to go over all of Spielberg's works because I just don't have the time. But a couple of my favorites are Gremlins, of course, Poltergeist, and Jurassic Park. Those are my favorites. You know, he also did Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I know I'm going off on a little bit of a tangent here, but you know who was kind of scary in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? That Judge Doom guy. He was scary for sure. Holy moly, look there. He isn't so easy on the eyes, that's for sure. Okay, bad joke, but anywho, back to Jaws. This was the movie that really shot Steven Spielberg into the stratosphere. And I think Jaws, though made in 1975, still holds up to this day and is more than a little bit scary. One of the things that makes this film so scary is that shark attacks do happen. I mean, the shark isn't exactly going to, jump on your boat and grab you like it does in Jaws. But it's the fact that when you're out in the ocean, your imagination can run a little wild, and you can't exactly see what's under the water, can you? So, yes, this film definitely plays on some fears. One of the things I love about Jaws is the simplicity of it. Man-eating shark, terrorizing beach. That's it. Just a giant beast of a shark that found that humans tasted better than baby seals. It's something that appeals to a wide variety of audiences. Humans, and us vampires, of course. If I'm being honest, we have an instinctual fear in the back of our lizard brains to be scared of big fish with sharp teeth. This film had a great cast, but the three men on the boat hunting the shark, who later became the hunted themselves, they stood out to me, with Richard Dreyfuss playing the oceanographer Matt Hooper. Then you had Roy Schneider playing the police chief Brody, and Robert Shaw playing Quint. One of my favorite characters in this film is Quint. He's like some kind of crazy shark hunter guy. He kind of reminds me of a Robert Muldoon from one of Spielberg's other films, Jurassic Park. Lots of similarities between the two. They both have a healthy amount of fear and respect for the beasts they're hunting, and they also have a kind of a need to go one-on-one, toe-to-toe with the creatures, if you will. Also, they both get eaten. Sorry, boys, but old Mother Nature wins again. If you've been following the show, and you certainly should be following the cdracoolashow show, you know that I'm a big fan of makeup, masks, and animatronics in my horror films. Not the biggest fan of CGI-generated sharks. The animatronic shark in this film was so awesome, and if you'd ever been to Universal Orlando Resort back in the day, they used to have a Jaws shark ride that everyone loved. But they closed it down to make room for Wizarding World expansion or whatever. How lame can you get? Give us back our Jaws ride, you jerks! Maybe make Jaws jump and grab one of those little wizards. Magic isn't going to save you this time, Harry. Another thing that made this film was the ominous music. That dun-dun theme was just so creepy that it made you feel all squirmy inside when the camera angle was underneath the water, showing all the little beachgoers treading water. This original Jaws film was followed by the sequel films, Jaws 2, Jaws 3D, and Jaws Revenge. This film is a classic, and it is 100% one of the greatest movies ever made, so it stands to reason that I must give it the highest of marks on the old scarometer. Look at that. I mean, duh, of course it's going to get high marks. It's Jaws, you know. I would like to thank you guys out there in YouTube land for joining me here on the cdracoolashow show, and if you could please hit that little subscribe button. Oh, come on, just hit it. Oh, for me. Just do it. You know you want to subscribe to old CD. I'm just so handsome. How can you resist? I'd be most grateful if you would. Join me next episode as I take a look at the 2010 film The Crazies. Oh, that episode is going to get a little bit crazy. So till next time, my little blood bags, when you're in the ocean and the sun is starting to go down, and you've drifted out a little further from shore than you would like, and you're treading water, just remember the fact that you're more likely to get struck by lightning than get attacked by a shark. But also remember that people get struck by lightning all the time. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.